welcome everybody. Today I'd like to talk to you about the Bauer Cyclone that I bought at Harbor Freight a few months ago. This isn't going to be an unboxing, it's going to be basically a review and show you, how it's been working for me out the last few months. When you buy it, it's very simple. You get a lid, an adapter, a hose, and then a little Cyclone. And when we turn the box around, the Cyclone is 12 3/4 tall. It's 7 1/8 wide, and the depth is 6 5/8. It's very simple. And as you can see here on the floor, I wanted to match the color, so I went ahead and bought a 5-gallon Harbor Freight bucket. And I bought additional hose here, which you can see, which is for my MPC&C. And a problem I had is here a while back, I was running a job. It had been running for many, many hours, and I didn't have a vacuum attachment hooked up because the size of my work was so large. So I opened up the door, took the shop back, started vacuuming things up, static electricity. I shocked something, my program quit running, and I killed my job. So since the unit itself is sitting on rubber wheels, I went ahead and I ran a ground cable from the wooden enclosure down to the ground underneath that steel plate. And I grounded out the shop vac, and the hose I bought on Amazon has a metal wire in it, which is bent inside the tube to try to eliminate any static electricity so that doesn't happen in the future. Here's a supplied hose that comes with the Cyclone when you buy it. I have that hooked up to the shop vac. The original hose I took off for the time being, and I hooked up this additional larger hose, which will, when I get an adapter for my MPC&C or a different CNC, I will hook that hose up. But whenever I was vacuuming up sawdust, for whether it be from my table saw, my chop saw, the CNC, it was clogging up the filter really super fast. And a Cyclone eliminates that. I have tons and tons of suction, which I'll show you here in a minute. But yeah, it's been working great. I haven't taken the lid off in a couple months on the Cyclone, so we're going to check that out here in just a minute. We'll take the lid off the vacuum cleaner, see how clean the filter is. Before I hooked it up, I emptied out the vacuum cleaner. I took in my air compressor. I completely blew out the filter and got it very clean. So we'll get to see, how it looks here. But yeah, my grounding looks kind of janky, but it works for now, and until I find a better way of doing this. But it is grounded, so there's no static electricity building up. It has plenty of suction. Here, let me turn on the vacuum. It might have been a little loud, but as you can see, it has plenty of suction. And what happens when you suck up all your dust, it comes in here, it swirls around the Cyclone, all the dust, wood chips, and debris fall down, the clean air goes to the shop vac. There might be a minor little bit of dust that winds up in the shop vac, but the majority of it will go in the bucket. And, it's been a wonderful unit. Many companies make very large Cyclones like this that you can buy that cost a lot more money. But for me, being a hobbyist, just wanting to tinker with something and try something out on a small scale, it was like $35, $40, I don't remember exactly. I'll pull it up on the screen here. It was like $30 or $35. I bought this at Harbor Freight with the lid. I bought a bucket to go with it. It comes with 4 bolts and a little gasket. It hooks up in a matter of minutes, and you're good to go. But let me take off the lid here, and we'll see what we got. Okay, I've got the lid loose on the Cyclone. You can see the extra dust and debris there. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of sawdust down in there. And let's go take a look at the shop vac. I've already loosened up the lid, but I haven't yet looked in it, so let's see what we got. Wow. And I see no sawdust in it whatsoever. Check the filter here. Yeah, it still looks clean. Looks great. So the Cyclone definitely does its job, definitely works. And if you're looking for a small little unit, which works great, I would say go to Harbor Freight, check this out, buy it. I'm in no way affiliated with Harbor Freight. I get no discounts whatsoever for saying it, but a lot of their products are great. One thing I do want to do, and I've seen a few videos on it, is around the rigid shop vac, there's places where you can put your hoses and attachments. I'm going to run PVC up the side, up in the air, probably yay tall above it. I will cut a piece of wood or MDF, which I've already have it marked out. I haven't made it yet. And I'm going to mount this bucket into the top above the shop vac with 4 PVC pipes going down. Once I do that, I can roll that around as one unit, and I won't have to try to drag it around on the floor the way it is. The shop vac will roll around. The bucket will be in the circle that's cut out of the plywood up above it, and will sit there as one unit. It'll be very easy to take apart and clean, roll around, whatever I need to do. But let me show you over on Harbor Freight where they have this at. And yeah, works great for me. I'm really happy with it. And it's an inexpensive little unit. It does wonders, works great. No problems whatsoever. So I hope you guys liked the video, and here I'll show you their website real quick. And thank you for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and share, and have a great day. Happy carving, or cutting, or whatever your project may be. Thank you very much for watching.